Dear friends, welcome to this video presentation. Even before I share the purpose of this video presentation, let's understand few wishes and challenges faced by 1. Working employees, 2. Fresher students. First, let's talk about working employees. What is an average figure of percentage annual increase in salary or CTC of an employee across the industry? Generally the answer is yes, around 15%. What if an employee wishes to have 100% annual increment? Do you find that this is very challenging? Secondly, let's understand the challenges being faced by fresher students. What is their challenge? To secure success in early career interviews and to secure good starting salaries in good companies. The purpose of this video presentation is to answer fulfilling these wishes. That is, number 1, enhancing 100% annual increments, that too without approaching the seniors. The senior approaches you. And secondly, securing the success in early career interviews by fresher students. Two categories of employees we discussed. First, let's take the working people. Before I go ahead, the real strategy, I would like to share a story with you. This story relates to a tea serving boy who is working at a tea shop. Generally, the setup at tea shop is tea shop owner, tea making operator and a tea serving boy. One day a tea serving boy came and asked me, Mr. Surya, what do you do? I said, we are consulting to various organizations. He said, on what? I said, on productivity, profitability and so on. So, why don't you consult me? Then he asked. Then I asked, what kind of consultancy you want? He said, the profitability. My current salary is 3,000 rupees per month. Now please consult me and I want to have a salary increment by 100% in 1 year, and I have another wish that I will not go to my tea shop owner, he will come and tell me. Such a challenging question he posed to me. Believe me, I was answerless for some seconds. Can you answer? Normal answers are, he will serve the tea in a very hygiene manner. He will also suggest his tea shop owner to have another items on the shop and he would contribute to market those products. He would work not 8 hours only but overtime hours. Therefore he can earn more. Or otherwise, generally the increment is 200 rupees, 300 rupees or 400 rupees, which comes to 10 to 15% annual increment. But the tea serving boy says, no, I am not satisfied with this. I want to have around 100% increment. I again request you to share the strategy to this tea serving boy who can earn 100% increment in 1 year. Think of other strategies. Well, I would like to describe a tea shop. In the tea shop, if you look at the hierarchy, there is a tea shop owner and there is a tea making operator and in the last tea serving boy. Now, if you look at their earnings, how much a tea serving boy would earn a month? Around 3,000 rupees. And if you look at tea making operator, how much he would be earning? Around 6,000 rupees per month. And if you look at the earning of tea shop owner, would be around say 25,000 to 30,000. One day, this tea serving boy listened the talk of tea shop owner and tea making operator. The tea making operator was asking for 15 days leave, and as usual, tea shop owner was bit reluctant in granting the leave for 15 days. Why? The normal answer is that if his second level person is not available, the higher up has to work, and therefore lesser the number of days of leaves, better it is the principle. The tea shop owner asked, why 15 days? He said, I have to attend a family function of one of my relatives' marriage. The owner said that in 15 days I can get married 3 times. Why 15 days? Why not 5 days? Listening this talk, I would describe there are 2 types of tea serving boys. One, they take this talk as an opportunity, and the other, they would think that if I go there and listen, all this work is going to come to my position. Therefore, they avoid listening such discussions. But this is where I think there is a point. First, that one has to have an attitude of looking any problem as an opportunity. Now this boy is taking this an opportunity and jumped in and said to tea shop owner, sir, please allow him 15 days leave. Don't worry. If you are worrying about tea making, I'll prepare the tea. The moment he suggested that I'll prepare the tea shop owner got bit shaky and looking with suspicion to the tea serving boy, thinking that whether he'll be able to really do this. This is a general concern of any top management. When they want to delegate a work, they would like to ensure that whether the person who is going to work has necessary skills and competence. This boy very well could understand that his senior was concerned about his lack of skill or knowledge towards tea making. Then he shared, sir, don't worry. I have been observing our tea making operator for the last couple of months, that what does it do while making the tea. And therefore I have learned really that method to prepare a tea. Now it's a matter of just few lots or few number of times I need to prepare and give you a confidence that I can prepare the tea. The way he was sharing, the tea shop owner was getting the confidence gradually. Then he again said, sir, our tea making operator, which is generally called as Maharaj, is going on leave after 15 days, so don't worry, I'll prepare every day half an hour and get tested with our tea making operator. And if there are some mistakes, I would like to learn and refine my methodology of making the tea. It enhanced the confidence of tea shop owner further. Well, after 15 days, the tea shop owner was there on the first day when tea making operator was not there, just to observe whether this person, which is tea serving boy, could work or not. And he found that he was working very well, because whatever shortcomings were there, he had already learnt in the last 15 days under the guidance of tea making operator. After 7 days, the top of the tea shop, that is tea shop owner, even didn't come to the shop because he had already derived the confidence. Well, what is the moral of the story? Skill development, skill development, skill development. What happens to the thought process of all the three stakeholders? Let's have a close look at their thinking process. The tea serving boy, two type of attitudes. One, they see this kind of situation as a problem, and the other perspective that he or she sees this as an opportunity to take the next rung in the hierarchy. Secondly, if you talk about tea making operator, two thought processes. Again, what? If I make him learn, means tea serving boy, my importance is gone and I may even lose the job. Second thought process, that if I have such people at my disposal and therefore I have more number of people to delegate and therefore a longer team, and therefore I can go to the cabin of my seniors and take more work, which certainly would enhance the respect, responsibilities and rupees for the senior. Third, the tea shop owner. One thought process is remove this tea making operator because he was taking 6,000 rupees per month earlier, and this boy who was taking 3,000 rupees per month now is working worth 6,000 rupees per month, and therefore I should go and tell this guy that, look, I will now enhance your salary. From the tea shop owner perspective, one thought process is, well, I have now a person who is working worth 6,000 rupees and I will not give anything to him. Therefore, he loses all the team members and his or her growth is stalled or becomes stagnant or even sometimes reduced. The other thought process from the tea shop owner's perspective is, well, now this boy is doing a work worth 6,000 rupees per month. Why do I not take an opportunity of going to this boy and tell him, look, now I am going to enhance your salary, if not say 6,000 rupees, to the level of 5,000 rupees per month. And for tea making operator, what is the thought process? he would suggest that you are not now a tea making operator, you are going to be my business partner. Well, what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, if tea serving boy wants to enhance his salary by 100%, one should look at the opportunities of first enhancing the skills, and secondly to look for opportunities where they can serve on higher challenges for the organization. If you want to further boost this strategy and guarantee that 100% increment should happen without approaching the seniors, my dear friends, it is possible. Look at this slide. This slide tries to explain two aspects. One, generating time for professionals, and two, also enhancing salaries by many folds for a working professional. Let's have a close look at this slide. In the left side, there is a tank. On the right side, top, above, there is a pipe. Now, if I ask you a question, what is the capacity of 100-liter tank? The answer is 100 liter. What happens if we fill by 105 liter? The 5 liter will be spillover. And what is the capacity of a pipe? Whatever water or liquid comes in, it goes out. Means then the capacity is infinite. What does this tank represent and what does this pipe represent from the professional working point of view? Tank represents that a person who works alone and his capacity is he himself or herself. What does that mean when you look at the pipe? It means that he is a delegator, he is a leader, he is a director. Means he or she takes the work from seniors and delegate to the subordinates. Now, when somebody wants to delegate, there are a number of challenges and the solution thereof. The solution is quite clear in this slide. There are 5 T's. Trust your people, train your people, transfer the work, have a team and therefore time. In this process, you generate not only time but also enhanced value, and therefore your salaries are increased by many folds. I am sure you'll agree with me. If we closely look at these T's, it looks to be very simple T's, but then they have their own challenges and of course the solutions. Trust your people means what? Good thing is done, it is done by our subordinates, and something goes wrong, take the responsibility in front of your seniors and explain in private the failure to your subordinate, not in public. The principle goes, praise in public and criticize in private. You generate a lot of trust in your subordinates. They do not remain subordinates, they become follower. Train your people. Now here there are 2 aspects. One, when do you train your people? First, you should have the knowledge. You should have the skills. So the earlier story told you that one should have its own skill enhanced, and therefore later on you can enhance the skills of your subordinates or your people who want to support you. Once you acquire the knowledge, you are in a position to train others. Now in training, the challenge I'll discuss later. Having trained, you can transfer the work, and if you transfer, you have a team, and therefore you generate also the time. So in short, this slide gives a concept of generating time. Otherwise, time remains 24 hours for everyone in this world. The difference is of having team. More money, more team is a principle to follow. Or more team is more money. Well, in short, these two aspects can be summarized. One, enhancing the skill of oneself, and secondly, enhance the skill of subordinates and therefore your team members. This can add a lag to your career growth. Now what is lag? L-E-G. L for learning, E for earning, G for growth. But very important aspect is share with your subordinates. And therefore, you do not have subordinates anymore. They become follower of yours. So the moral of the story can be summarized in 4 words. Learn, earn, share and grow. In other words, 2 aspects. Skill development first and delegation second are the strategies for enhancing salary by 100% in 1 year. That too is without approaching the seniors. Now let's look at the second category of candidates, that is fresher professionals or students coming out of college. What is their state of mind? If you describe their past struggle, they were trying to get the good college followed by a good branch, then having passed the graduation or post-graduation, whatever the course they have pursued in the college, they would like to have a good starting package and a good company. I am sure you will agree with me. Now what are the challenges? Challenge is lot of competition. Now let's understand the competition closely. The difference of time between winner and loser or first rank and second rank in the race is in the tune of hours or minutes or in fraction of seconds. I'm sure you'll agree it is in fraction of seconds. Means a small delta or an additional thing would make anyone winning the game or the reason for losing the game. That precisely happens with students who are coming out of the college. They have done their courses very well, but now question is to have this additional delta skill so that they can have extra confidence and face the interviews to secure the success. Here, this one of the course we have launched, which is 5S Internal Auditors Certification Course, duly accredited by QCI, Quality Council of India. What are the specialties of this course? 1. It is accredited by a non-profit organization called as QCI, which is also signatory of IAF, International Accreditation Forum. Secondly, the course is totally online, right from registration to certification. One more important thing is that the course material, that is tutorials, videos and everything is freely available for this course on our website, that is www.leanonlinecourses.com. Secondly, the course is really required by the industry, that is, I can say, industry friendly, and the duration is very short. You can learn all these aspects within 3-4 hours of studies, and also the cost is very, very nominal. What else is required for students? This all is answered by this course. You can have a look at website of QCI for more details, that is www.qcin.org. Now, what is the importance of this particular course? If you look at any world-class systems in any organization, it starts with generally the workplace management, and especially for the manufacturing sector it becomes quite relevant, having 5S and Kaizen, and then followed by balanced scorecard, inventory management, TPM, energy excellence and world-class systems. So the 5S is basically a first step. Now what are the other courses can be added to the profile of students or resume of the students so that they can secure their success in early career interviews? Here I would like to share few aspects on this slide. Those can be Lean Six Sigma related courses, those can be English proficiency skills, the other skills, very importantly the soft skills. People are hired for technical skills and they are fired for lack of soft skills. The other aspects are ISO standards, that is say 9001, 14001, OSA 17000 and so on. The project management skills, IT skills. This particular course we have just launched, but all these aspects we are going to cover on this website so that people can learn it cheaper, faster, in a better manner. All these courses are going to have video tutorials, case studies, so that people can understand it very easily. You can look at this slide which explains one of the soft skill, that is describing the challenges, what sequence can be followed. One sequence wherein you start with what is in your control and then slightly higher challenge and then a very difficult thing to do. This kind of attitude is liked by the seniors, is liked by the society, and therefore they do not require bosses and they can be called as Mr. Result, Mr. Solution, Mr. Practical, and they will not require bosses. On the other hand, those who start with what is most difficult thing first and then followed by dash dash. This dash dash means is left to his seniors to describe that what can be done in the given situation, or to meet out the challenge, or to solve the problem. These kind of people would always require a boss, and therefore their values are reduced and may not be valued that much in the organization. So in short, the summary is Mr. Result, Mr. Reason. Mr. Results, starting with what is in control and then describe the yellow and red, and Mr. Reason will start with red, what is not there in control, and forgetting what is in their control. Well, if I seek to understand from you that what are the needs of an employee, I'm sure it can be answered that there are three needs of any employee. First and foremost is respect. Second, prospective value through learning. And third, earnings or remunerations or CTC, that is cost to company. I'm sure these all three can be answered by strategies we have already discussed in this video. And the summary is 1. Skill development, 2. Delegation, and 3rd, continually improving the skills on general domain plus the domain specific skills. Thank you very much.